Welcome back to Joey's Quizzes and Stuff. Your last quiz was in the key of A minor, where would your melodic augmented second be? The answer, it would be between F natural and G sharp. Now you may ask, Joey, when are we actually going to put all this to use? Well, I'm glad you asked. First and foremost, you'll put all this to use in Sound Foundations Level 2, and coincidentally, we're going to start putting it to use right now, along with some other rules. For now, we'll only use principal triads in the root position. Hold up, Joey. Explain yourself. Okay. A principal triad is merely just a fancy way of saying tonic, subdominant, and dominant, since they are the most important triads in any key. You'll have principal triads 1, 4, and 5, and secondary triads 2, 3, 6, and 7. Now, root position just means that the root of the triad is in the bass line. So the C would be in the bass line for a C triad, or G for a G triad, F for the F triad, L for the L triad. Oh, wait, no. There's no L triad. The point is, whatever the root of the triad, it will be in the bass line. This is root position. What we're going to do now is practice moving from one triad to another. To do this, you need to know about common tones and contrary motion. As you see here in the key of C major, the tonic and dominant share the same note, G natural. This is called a common tone. Whenever we have a common tone between two triads, it's best if we keep it in the same voice. If there is not a common tone, or if we don't keep the common tone in the same voice, we must employ contrary motion. This means that if our bass note goes up, all three of our other voices must go down, and if the bass note goes down, then all three of our other voices must go up. Let's do a few of these so you get the idea. But now you ask, a triad has 3 tones, but we have 4 voices. How does this work? For now, we will only double the root. In the key of C major, the subdominant and tonic share a tone, C natural. So let's start filling in these voices. You want to start with your common tone when you start filling in your voices, which is a C in this case, in the alto. So we'll go ahead and put the C in, and that'll make it easier to decide what we want to do with the others. So the F is going to go down to an E, which is in the soprano, and the tenor will go down to a G. In the key of G major, the subdominant and dominant do not share a common tone, so we must use contrary motion. Since the bass note goes up, our other voices have to go down. So let's start putting in these top voices. So we've got C, E, G. So we've got our G in the tenor, C in the bass, could put an E in the alto, and a C in the soprano. Remember, we're doubling the root. Now, since our bass note went up, the F sharp goes down to, or the G goes down to an F sharp, the E goes down to a D, and the C goes down to an A. You also need to know about another rule, which is the soprano is never supposed to be more than an octave away from the alto, and the alto is never supposed to be more than an octave away from the tenor, and the tenor is never supposed to be more than 2 octaves away from the bass. Now your assignment. In the key of F major, write in 4-part harmony a progression from the subdominant to dominant. And in the key of A major, a progression from the dominant to the tonic. Don't forget common tones and contrary motion. Happy harmony!